the downfall of Roblox's biggest games. It was recently released. Sorry. And I can see it has these hashtags. So I'm guessing it's going to be talking about the current Roblox and like Grow a Garden just completely dying. I really want to watch it. See this video. Shout out ZZ Docs, bro. Appreciate it. Go support the original creator.
Imagine breaking world records with your game and making billions of Robux. And then all of a sudden, abandoning it while the player count is going down.
Here we go, bro.
Well, that's exactly what happened to Jandel and many others before him.
Yep.
To find out why this happened, we need to look at their stories, one by one.
Okay.
Starting with Dead Rails.
Bro. Okay, Dead Rails is it, dude. All these, it looks so interesting. I was around during the Dead Rails hype. I'm curious. I feel like personally, it's just the game was okay, but let's just see. I think the game was just okay, and it just naturally just fell off. But we'll see what old mate says.
Now I know why it's called Dead Rails. Dead Rails is a roguelite apocalyptic survival game where you have to escape to Mexico and, you know, not get eaten by zombies.
Yep.
Well, looks like my ride's here.
What's that?
Oh, not this guy.
This is animated very well.
If I told you this game was the #1 game on Roblox just a few months ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Until it was overtaken by some of the games I will talk about later in this video. But for now, let's talk about Rico Miller. Who is Rico Miller, you ask?
Well, he's the creator of Dead Rails, you dumbo.
Poisoned.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, Dead Rails wasn't always this successful. Let's go back to one of his first games, Fisch Arena.
And crab minigames.
Which are unfortunately unavailable to play. But another game he made called The Night Shift Experience, which was created back in 2023, is still up. And the gameplay is not so great.
Yeah, this sucks.
But even with 100 players, Rico wanted more. He wanted something bigger, something with millions of players. So he got to work.
This will be massive.
And
that's when Dead Rails was born.
Okay, the game quickly rose to the top, giving Rico the spotlight on Roblox.
Do you know what's kind of crazy, chat? Is Dead Rails was kind of like when Dead Rails died and Grow a Garden took over, that was the start of the slop era, I feel. They just didn't do like those weekly events, admin abuse. Before all that started, they were kind of just at the end of that era where it all shifted, bro. When Dead Rails died off and Grow a Garden took off, now every game that wants to be super popular, they need weekly events, weekly updates. You need Travis Scott concerts. You need admin abuses. Dead Rails was kind of like the last big game before all of that.
Players were enjoying the game and came back to try and beat their high score.
Queso! Yeah, they didn't update, did they?
About that. The updates were painfully slow, and most of them were just bug fixes. But if Rico keeps delaying and taking too long on updates, this could lead to the game's downfall.
Is that what just happened?
After 1 month and 13 days, Rico finally dropped a major update that would change the game forever.
Okay. Oh, this boss thing. I remember this.
This hooked the players even more. Big content creators like Flamingo started posting videos, and Dead Rails exploded in popularity. Rico was finally living it.
I love that they dropped this huge update with this awesome boss, and the clip is Flamingo shooting it, and it's stuck T-posing on the edge of the train.
Dream. Eventually, Dead Rails reached the #1 spot on Roblox. With a passionate fanbase, Rico was on top of the world. Wait a minute. This video is about the biggest games that fell off. So how does this game lose 90% of their player base when it's so successful?
Dead Rails is the #1 game on Roblox.
There has to be more to it.
Yeah, you're right. How can this game just die out?
Okay, let's see.
The fan base is strong. The lore in this game goes
There's no
deep.
gambling,
The
though.
graphics might not be the best, but the content on this game is amazing. And the updates are crazy. Wait a minute. It's been right there in front of us this whole time. If we start looking deeper, you start to see a pattern.
Is Dead Rails slowly dying?
It is. Updates have been mediocre at best. Rico needs to pump out big updates fast before his game dies completely.
Players were starting to get bored, and the charm Dead Rails had was slowly fading away. And this is Rico now. Do you feel old yet? Dead Rails was now a thing in the past, losing over 90% of its
became an
player
actual
base.
snail.
Now hopefully the next games won't suffer the
Okay, can I be honest? I feel like this guy's... I feel like he could have gone a deeper dive. I'm going to be honest. But essentially, it's just saying they didn't update the game. Which I feel like that's probably a good description, but maybe they just had no ideas, bro. I don't know.
same faith, or will it? I don't know. Just keep watching to find out, because right now we are at the first stop. Welcome to Fisch.
Okay, this is interesting because Fisch has had a fall off and rise. I wonder if this guy talks about that. the rise and fall and rise again.
Wait, what is Indigo doing here?
Oh, look at me. I'm having so much fun fishing. Hopefully nothing bad will happen that will literally ruin this game completely.
Microtransactions.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses. Before we even get into that, let's talk about the beginnings. Well,
Okay.
you see, just like Dead Rails, Fish was also one of the biggest games on Roblox
Terraria
for a
music.
short period of time, until it had a tragic downfall. But unlike Dead Rails, Fish had a comeback. But how? By looking at the surface level
Okay.
of the game, it just looks like a boring, time-wasting, repetitive, pointless game. But if you look a little deeper, it's actually a relaxing game.
You know what?
Dude, he should have said, if you look deeper, actually, there's gambling.
This is kind of relaxing.
There's
just
loot
said
boxes,
that.
baby.
You know what? Life isn't promised.
Fish was created by a developer named Woozy Nate. It was officially released on October 5th, 2024. The main objective of the game is to catch fish, sell them for profit, and complete the bestiary by catching every single fish in the game. The game is inspired by Stardew Valley's fishing mechanics and the game Fishing Simulator.
I didn't know that.
Why
I never
play
played Stardew.
Fish when you can just play Fishing Simulator? Well, because this game is kind of trash. But also, the owner of Fish was kind of a genius. There was a game trending during this time called Souls RNG, where you would spin for auras basically and try to get the best aura in the game. 2x luck and I get this. And Nate kind of implemented this in his own way. Where there was
Bro, I don't know how there are YouTubers out there that are only making Souls RNG content. Brother, I swear it just looks like you, like, again, look, I have a slop game. I know what it is. I hope there's never a YouTuber who makes only content about my horrible game.
chance you would get a mutation on your fish, and the better the mutation meant the fish was more rare. Nate would keep updating the game almost every day, and from there, Fish spiked in popularity because of how simple the gameplay was, how relaxing it was, and the game barely had any pay-to-win mechanics. Even though there was a few game passes that would make your life a little bit easier, it wasn't completely broken. The game had no signs of falling off. Not soon after, the game was the #1 game on Roblox. While things were looking great for Fish, one major problem occurred that would literally destroy everything Nate had built. A company named Two Big Studios
The classic,
that buy popular
dude.
games
The classic, bro.
had their eyes on Fish.
There is no way he would sell his game.
Here, you can have the game.
Okay, I got a fun question for chat, bro. You have a game, you're popping off. Do Big comes to you, bro. There you go. 10 mil right now. We get 50% of the game. How do you say no, dog? How do you say no to that? 10 mil ain't even that much, brother. If you don't think 10 mil's that much, please donate to this stream, dog. 10 mil is a lot of money. Anyway, all I'm saying is it's a really hard decision. And I feel like it's more complicated than people think.
Little did Nate know, selling his game to this $1 million company would be the start of Fish's downfall.
It became so much worse
It
than I
killed it.
ever could have
It did.
possibly imagined.
Fish has started to look like this, with only 143,000 active players. Yeah, that's a lot, but where did the 700,000 people go?
Wow, it's finally happened. Fish has gone down 100,000 concurrent
Roblox
players.
is so brutal, bro. Like that.
Fish had now become one of the forgotten games. They tried to revive the game with big updates, like the Megalodon, the Lego collab, and they added a second
Yeah, they did a
sea.
Lego collab and a
they
second
added
sea.
a second sea. Like, is this One Piece? What is going on with this game, bro? And you gotta beat a Terraria boss to get second sea. Nice. They tried everything to bring
I'm not gonna lie, that actually looks pretty cool with the boss. Like visually, it just look cool.
people back on the game, but it wasn't enough. The trust Nate had built with his community was now broken.
Did bro not talk about
So
the
I
rise?
guess this was the end of Fish. We saw what happened to Dead
What?
Rails. So how does Fish really come back from that?
Okay.
Well, there is one thing that can save Fish, and that is by getting Too Big to give back the game. But that would never happen in a million years because Too Big is just too greedy.
You can have the game back.
What? The news got out. People found out that
So can I just tell you why this is so W, chat? Now think about this. You sign with Do Big, they pay you out a lot of money, millions of dollars. And they go, you know what? You keep the money, have the game back, bro. So now you just got millions of dollars now and your game's back. I bet you what actually happened was they're like, we actually need your help to revive this game. Can we like hire you back and give you some more money to come back and work? But I bet you Do Big still owns it, chat. Does Do Big still own the game? I'm confident Do Big still owns a big part of the game. I just think that it's now more controlled by the owner.
Nate was back on a game, and you would think people wouldn't really care after what Dubig did. But surprisingly, people started getting back on the game.
It has made the biggest comeback in Roblox history.
The game that probably nobody expected to make a comeback is actually making a comeback.
Fish.
Fumble it! I saw fumble it!
They actually did it. Right now, Fisch has over 100,000 people active.
Yeah, right now, chat, by the way, 123. So they're still going very strong.
Which is a lot more than they had before. It is nice to see a comeback story, and hopefully we can say the same thing about the next game. The game I'm talking about is Grow a Garden.
Here we go, bro. See, Grow a Garden, before we even get in this, let's look at the player count right now. Just to like get some perspective here. Grow a Garden's on 200,000 players. Now, I would not call that falling off, but dude, it was like the god video game, and it's not even close to 99 Nights now. Like 99 Nights, 1.6 mil, and like Steal a Brain Rot, 1.1 mil. It's just gotten absolutely mogged.
Being the most popular game in the world and breaking world records to losing 75% of their player base.
Yeah.
Now we all know the story about Grow a Garden. It was made by BMW Lux, also known as Adrian and Jandel. Also how BMW Lux scammed, backdoored, false banned, DMCA abused, and doxed. Oh,
what?
You didn't know that part.
I didn't know that.
Before we get into all that, let me tell you what Grow a Garden is if you don't know already. You buy a plant, plant it grows, and then you sell it. And then you do this again and again. Why are kids so addicted to this game? Well, it's all FOMO.
Yeah.
Grow a Garden uses this with the seed restock, egg restock, updates, events, the weather events, etc. The fear of missing out. If that one seed, egg, event, or whatever you've been waiting for finally comes, you will drop everything you're doing and get on the game. They use all these dark tricks to keep a player hooked.
Now, I agree with that, but I think they are missing an element for people to get FOMO. For people to get FOMO, right? They need to actually care about the game. Like, I actually think Grow a Garden, honestly, like, I think it's not just they use gambling tactics on children. Like, I think there's much more to it than just that. Kids don't just feel FOMO because you put a shop in there with a 5-minute timer. They actually cared about their garden.
And still, the game is slowly dying. There has to be something wrong here, because this game was literally the #1 game in the whole world.
It's just boring, bro. They're just people are done.
With me to see if we can figure out what the problem with the game is, and you will not believe what we found. So the first thing Indigo did, joining my game, is steal my one fruit I've been stacking mutations on for months. Did you just...
What?
Why did you steal it?
I got a moon melon though.
Did you just steal it? Yeah, I could already tell this game brings out the evil in people by the first minute.
Not even, dog.
With that out the way, we started looking more into the game and saw a bunch of pay-to-win stuff. And let me tell you, they were not cheap. They added the Game Pass?
749 Robux.
Okay, look, I think that is obviously annoying, but I don't think that's why the game fell off, because there is... I'm gonna let the guy cook, but I don't think it's because they added too many... I think they just added too many things.
Yeah, bro.
It's now confusing, and no one cares about the gardens anymore.
Robux for an exotic spooky chest.
This could be the big reason to why the game is slowly dying. So we agreed to not fall for their scams and buy these things, because that will go against everything I've been saying.
Oh, I got a legendary!
Are you for
Yes! Yes, I got a legendary.
Okay, I think it's time for us to get off this game before we go broke. After saying goodbye to Indigo, I decided to look more into the game. Found out that Grow a Garden is owned by Dubig, and we saw what happened to Fisch. And also Jandel leaving Grow a Garden to work on a new game. Yeah. Not only that, Grow a Garden was overtaken by other games. And
I love how this guy is like, this guy could have actually thought, like, great video, like edited so well, so beautiful, like the animations are really good. But bro, come on, dude, what is this? You just like, it's just too big. Like, is that your reason?
Nail in the coffin. And now finally, the BMW Lux situation. A user on Twitter named Joshua is Tweeter posted a long thread saying BMW Lux scammed him and backdoored him and took all the money from a group where they had a 50-50 revenue deal. And then Joshua exposed him for scamming him, so BMW Lux decided to share Joshua's whole location and where he lives in a Discord server. Isn't that illegal? The future for Grow a Garden does not look good, but only time can tell what will happen with the game. If you think this video was...
Okay, look, it is a good video. I am going to subscribe. I reckon I've subscribed, but I'm going to like the video. This is a good video. But what I will say, chat, what my take is on what Grower Garden did bad, and I'm curious what you guys think as well, is I think Grower Garden, they were like, we need updates, and it worked really well. And I think that when you open up Grower Garden now, you're just so overwhelmed. Like, if you are a new player to Grower Garden right now, bro, you have no idea what's happening. There is just so much stuff in the game. It's so confusing now. It used to be so simple, but yeah. Dude, when GAG had 25 million players, it was owned by Doobig. Yeah, I know.